So we had knees fairly close together where we were going in for the quad stretch, right? Now we're going to create some space between the legs. It's going to depend on the length of the person's tibia. So you work on creating Abdul-Jabbar bar, big and wide. You work on somebody who's shorter, a little smaller, right? You're going to take the top of the foot in the back of the popliteal space. You don't want to hit the ankle bone. So if you had them over like this, ow, you have them like this, awesome, right? It opens up this line on the outside of the leg because of the rotation of the femur here. How's that? It's okay?
Some people's rotation won't allow them to go foot to popliteal space, in my experience. But
And if they don't,
Then you don't do it.
if you have to, you can just take the foot out and go, okay, well, we're just going to work on the quad. Then I'm going to switch, lift her up. And if they're like me and they have some weird knee issue, little IT band stuff, you can kind of focus more on this right side. Is that too much?
IT band.
Okay. Big and broad though, not sharp. Big and broad. Lean in and back off.
I mean, yes and no.
Lean in and back off.
It's like good. Oh God, no.
Lean in and back off. So the version that's in the workbook, and I want you to pay attention to this. One of you guys pull out your workbook. So on page 41, I'm doing a lift. I want you to look at it real quick. Can you show the class that real quick? That is not the lift that I actually do in session. On page 41 of the intro type workbook, that is the lift. Is it too much?
Okay.
That is the lift that we're going to do on a table, okay? And the reason why is this. I'm going to bring this leg to neutral. Can you turn your head to this side for me? I'm going to stand up and I'm going to walk over here. I'm going to test her range. How's that?
What?
Feels okay?
I'm so excited.
What?
This is so good.
I guess I feel it in my back.
To this side. The reason I have her turn her head, some people can do that without issue. Some people are tight enough through their spine that the twist would be a little bit too much.
When you say you feel it through your back, is it like a compression or a stretch?
Might be compression, I guess.
I'm just opening up the quads, the hip flexors, what's going on in her spine there.
So keeping her head directly down.
The side that I lift. If she had her head turned to the left and I lift her right leg, as I lift her up and over, it's going to twist her spine more. For some people, that's going to be uncomfortable. Some people are loose and Gumby enough that it doesn't matter. Right? So I'm going to come in now. I just did that to kind of warm her up. I'm kind of switching things up a little bit from what's in the workbook. I'm going to kneel at the top of her hamstrings. Right there. How's that? Okay. Dead center.
Right under the ischial tuberosity.
Ooh, right there. It's on the left side. Right there. Now, I can palm press or finger press along the spine here. Sometimes when you're applying plusle, I don't know why I can speak. Sometimes when you're applying pressure to the thoracic paraspinals, someone's spine may have a cavitation. Was I trying to do that? No, she was just tight in there. It wasn't even that much pressure, was it? No, it was just something, yeah. And how many times does that happen to you on a table?
All the time.
Yeah, like all the time. So I throw that in just because I want you to understand it from that perspective. It was also to distribute more of my body weight because I'm not just thinking of my knees and now on her back as well. I'm going to walk my knees into her gluteals. And I'm going to have my feet come to the side because I have a little more balance there. How's that? Not too sharp. Okay. And my knees are now like elbows. Except they're bigger and broader. And I go, hey, how's it over here? Oh, okay. How's it over here? Which in her case means that I need to back off. Because I can tease her just a little bit for demonstration purposes, know that it's safe, but how's that there?
Feels okay.
Is it too much?
Oh, it's like.
Little time? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back off. That's a little more firm in a way, a little less forgiving, just like the elbow is. I'm going to come out to the side. And use too much pressure. And you're going to soften up.
See, this is why you should be demonstrating.
And then if you work with someone, let's say it is really tight, it's too much.
Just send.
In
So that-
case it is.
Was it tickly or what?
No, we heard. It was just like,
When,
I guess it was
when
sharp
somebody
and
reacts
sudden.
that strongly, that's pain.
And the blanket made a difference.
Now, ball pad on my foot, too much?
Are your
but it's fine. My glutes was really tight.
glutes would be
And the thing is, I didn't know.
I have sleep problems.
And it was, for comedic effect maybe in class, but at the same time, I'm not trying to do that to clients. I didn't know her glutes were really that tight. I dropped off my knees because it was too pointed.
Yeah.
It just felt like I could feel the tension there was like a little too much, right? But if I do this, and then add a little bit of cushion from the towel, pretty good gluteal work, right?
Mm-hmm. It also just feels more sensitive, I guess, between the and the piriforms.
Yeah. So gluteals.
Right.
Gluteals, nothing I've ever experienced bodywork wise as good as the gluteal work and Thai massage. Gluteal and hip stuff particularly because of movement.
Oh, yeah.
But now you have more tools. Does this stress out your hands? No. And the thing is, she's softened now. It was just like too much pressure initially. I'm gonna turn this and go to the other side. And I'm a little bit softer, a little bit more initially just because she was tight. Because when you work with people, you just have to learn what their limits are. The main thing is, does the client feel like I'm trying to help them with something? Or do they think I'm encouraging that, oh, it's too sharp? But that's not, right?
So where you get pain junkies.
Yeah. No, if people want intensity, I can,
Oh, yeah.
right? I'm right there with them. Because I get a lot of pain relief from intensity. But I don't get pain relief from causing pain. Pressure's okay? Now, any part of the ball pad on my foot, like I'm, pressing around, sometimes it's more ball, sometimes it's more ball pad. You can build up to heel. It's not appropriate in this situation. It's not what she's looking for. I'm trying to get the superficial layers of gluteus maximus, medius minimus to soften so that we can get a little bit deeper down towards like the deep lateral rotators. But I'm right along her sacrum right here. And all of this rocking, I want to point this out. We're pressing into the tissue in the gluteals. What's going on with her leg on this side?
Charleston.
What's going on with the lumbar spine?
Charleston.
What's a lot of problem with people's lumbar spines?
Hold it.
And compressed.